Hello and welcome, girlies. So I just wanted to create a little video at the start of the video you're going to see now. A lot of my videos are pre-recorded, so the ones that I'm going to be posting now were recorded a while ago. I think it was before coronavirus was around, so it's been a while, but I have some time now to edit some videos, so I just wanted to today make a little video and just talking about some of the things that's been happening in the media. So I just want to start by saying Black Lives Matter. This should go without saying. This should always stand. Who are you to say that someone is invalid because of something that they can't change, or something they should be proud of? Who are you to go push that person down? I just feel like that's not right. We should all be proud of the skin we're in. Even if you are going to protest or are not going to protest, there are still many things you can do, like petitions or donating where you can. So there will be some links in the description of this video for some information for that. So I just want to say that at the end of the day, you matter and you should just be proud of who you are. So that's just what I wanted to quickly come on here and say, because I feel like that it is important to at least do something regardless of whatever you see fit. So onto the video. Hello my girlies. So welcome back to my channel. A few days ago I went to Mecca Maxima and I had a gift card because I got one for my birthday, and I picked up a brand new foundation I've never tried. I've heard good things about it, but I've never tried it before, and it is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation Stick. I've never tried this before. I've heard good things about it, and I thought, you know what, let me pick it up. I've wanted to try it for a while, and because I had the gift card, I feel like I didn't really pay for it. Do you know what I mean? Because this foundation retails for $70. That's like a lot, if you ask me. That's so $70 for a foundation, that's quite a lot, honestly. Because I had my gift card, I feel like I didn't really pay for it, so it felt justifiable, if that makes sense. When I went into the store, I was looking at the shade range, and they have quite a few shades there, but I'm more on the palest shade you can possibly get, and I picked up the shade Blanc. I feel like that's the closest match to me. If not, then I'll use it as a concealer, because I've seen Celine I'm gonna butcher her last name, Burnett's. I'll put her at like over here just so you can like see what I'm trying to say. I've seen her use a few of these products by Hourglass as like concealers or like spot treatment, because I really like the way she does her makeup on her like story and stuff like that. So I quite like the packaging of all the Hourglass products, because it's got this sort of like brown color to all the packaging, and this really nice gold writing. It's pretty bold, it's pretty to the point, it's nice and simple, you know. I like that in a foundation because I feel like it's nice when it looks all decorative and stuff like that. So now here's the foundation outside of the package. It's a really nice mirrored material. One thing I don't like about this so far is that if you touch it, it leaves fingerprints. This is gonna look like horrid in a few weeks because I'm gonna be So one thing I like about the e.l.f. Camo Concealer is that the lid is matte, so if I touch it, it doesn't leave obvious fingerprints. Like there's still fingerprints on it, but it's not that obvious because it's not a mirrored packaging like this. That's probably one downside to the packaging, but one thing I like about it as well is that it's heavy. It feels like it's got weight to it, so for $70 I feel like I'm sort of getting my money's worth. That's one thing I like about it. And now what else I thought was pretty clever was that it came with a set of instructions. I don't think I've ever seen that in a foundation, literally ever. Normally like on the box, but like it comes with a little... I like that as well because it offers some people, if they are new to putting on foundation, it gives you step-by-step instructions if you don't know how to apply it to get your desired coverage or look or whatever. It's got over here on this side here, research results. Based on a 1-week consumer study of 31 women, 100% reported Vanish was fast and easy to use. 97 reported vanish covered redness and skin imperfections. I have color corrector on just like a little bit because realistically I always put it on and I'm not going to wear foundation without it. So that's why I put just a tiny bit on, so it's not going to be that different. And 94% reported vanish covered skin discoloration, pores, blemishes and dark under eye circles. Good to know. So now it's got some directions over here. It says formula is highly concentrated, only a small amount is needed. Lightly dot foundation on the forehead, cheeks and chin and blend with a brush. For the most seamless finish, use the Vanish foundation brush to blend foundation in a light sweeping motion all over face. We're going to try and follow that because that's what it says on there and I feel like I should be following the instructions. So that's what we're going to do. And now it's got a warning on here. So avoid contact with eyes. If any adverse reaction occurs, stop using the product. Inform your doctor if your condition persists. That is something that is very important for any sort of makeup product. If it ever reacts to your skin or leaves a rash or anything out of the ordinary, do not continue to use it. In the shade Blanc, this is the lightest shade that is available, I believe, on the actual website, and it was in Mecca. When I was going to search for this shade in like the little container it comes in, if you know what I'm talking about, when you go to Mecca, you know what I'm talking about, don't worry. When I was going to search for this, there was literally only one of these left, and I was talking to one of the other ladies because I got some other testers, and she said that because it's such a pale shade, we don't sell many of these, so there'd probably be one or two in there, and I was so happy that I found the one here. I like this packaging in a triangle. I feel like that's really innovative because some other stick foundations I have, they're in circles. And if, for example, you want to get into like certain nooks and crannies, this would get in there really nicely. So I think that that's pretty fun. And this is a flat edge, so you can leave the lid standing up if you'd like. Don't know how that's gonna do anything, but... So now to push more of the product up, you just have to twist the cap, and as you can see, more product is coming out. This is in a very white shade, but as you can see from my skin tone. Hello? This is my dog Gemma. She came to say hi to me. Maybe because there's no one in the house and I'm the only person left. I love her so much, I swear. She's just going to be in the back, so just don't worry what she's doing. I'm just going to bring my mirror forward a little bit because I want to just take a good look at my face while I'm doing this. So now I'm just gonna, as it said, dot the foundation all over my face, and then I'm gonna get my brush and then blend it. Is that too much? I can't tell, seriously. Alright, I'm just gonna start with just that over there, and then I'm gonna get my brush and I'm going to just blend this out a little bit. So now it's blended in, but I feel like I need a bit more, so I'm going to swipe a bit of it on. I know it says to dot it, but I'm just going to do that. I feel like that'll give me, as it said, if I want to add more coverage, that will do the job, so... This is honestly looking really weird on my skin. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's looking pretty funky there. So I'm just gonna get my beauty blender that I wetted with the Mario Badescu spray. I'm just gonna blend it in a little bit and see if it looks a bit different. I know it says that it hides pores, but for some reason I feel like it's accentuating mine. Like, I have a pore filling primer on, but like I feel like it's going into the pores and it's like highlighting them. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but all here it's like just looking a bit funky, honestly. I'm gonna add a bit more to see if I just like add more coverage, it will look a bit better. It looks a lot nicer when you add more foundation, I feel. For me, I like more of a high coverage look, so I think it does look nicer if you add more. I've only added it just here and not on my nose or on my forehead or anything. It has covered my freckles because I have, as you can see, I do have a lot of freckles here, but I feel like they have covered them pretty nicely for a foundation because I've never been able to find a foundation that fully covers my freckles, but that's fine because you can just use a really high coverage concealer and then it gets rid of them really nicely from there. This looks so much nicer when you add more foundation. Before, when I had added just a little bit, it was going into my pores and looking really weirdly, and I just feel like it's gone down so much nicer now that I've added more. I feel like with this one you need to add a little more. So instead of tapping, I'm just going to swipe some on. And I'm going to use my beauty blender because I feel like for this one, all the sticks that I've tried, they go on nicer if you use a beauty blender rather than a brush. But it said to use a brush, so I thought I'd use that, but I like the beauty blender more because I feel like because it's so highly concentrated, like it said, it blends in so much nicer when you use a sponge because it's able to disperse the product really nicely. I'm just going to add more where I feel like it's not looking too nice. I'm actually just going to go in to blend. There's one patch on my face that isn't blending right here, so I'm just going to use my brush to just stipple that in a bit. And now for some reason that looks so much nicer. I feel like you need to go back and forth with the tools that you use. I feel so far it's nicer if you lay it down with the beauty blender and then go over with a brush to just stipple everything in and make it look a bit more seamless. I'm just going to put some on my nose. That's blended over my nose quite well. I always have problems with foundation on my nose because I'm so dry on my skin, but it looks quite nice there, honestly. Alright, I'm just going to add some lastly on my forehead because that's the last place I need to put it. That's not normally how much I'd put there just because it's a stick and how it's been performing so far. That's how much I've put. That's not a normal amount, so... And now I'll give you guys a close-up of how it's looking so far. I don't know if you guys can see, like even a little bit here. It's clumping up a little bit in certain places, but I feel like if I just blend it out a little more and I use the powder, it should be fine. Like that's pretty much how it's looking all on my face there, my chin and everything. So it's looking okay, to be honest. Because I have dry skin, I have used my normal moisturizer. That does happen for me with products. So I'm not too mad about that because I have ways of still making it look presentable, so I'm not too worried or anything. I feel like I need to like wet my beauty blender again. I've already done it like 3 times, so that's quite a lot, but I feel like for this it would be absolutely perfect on oily skin because it's so thick. It would mix in with the oils and I think it'd give you more of a nicer finish, but my face is really dry, so for me I feel like it's not going to give me that look. I've been blending this foundation for like 15 minutes. That's like a problem. My other foundations take me like 5 minutes max, like not even that. But this one I feel like I just need to keep working at it because there's patches that just like don't blend, and then if I press too hard it just gets rid of all the foundation. It's a nice color on me, like I really like the color even though it is quite white. It's okay for me, like I can still like use it without looking like out of the ordinary. So now I'm just gonna stop applying that. I feel like I've applied like enough, and even then I have used quite a lot of it, and that's just like on the first go. So now that's pretty much it all blended in. On camera it seems to be looking quite nice, but in real life it's kind of not. So now I'm just going to use some concealer, bronzer powder, and just finish up my face, and then I'm going to come back and give my final review after I've finished all my makeup and how I would normally, like if I was to go out now, how I'd normally go out like that. Hi girlies, so I'm back now. Honestly, when I had first finished putting on the foundation, it looked kind of gross on my skin for some reason. Like it just wasn't sitting right and it wasn't even going in my pores properly. Like it was just looking really weird, and even now like it's still a bit funky here and like around my chin area. But honestly, after I've put everything on my face and I've like set it all, it's gone on so much better, if that makes any sense. Like, you know, when you wear a foundation and it's horrible at the start, but then as you wear it a little bit and it gets used to your skin and everything, it starts to go on nicer. I feel like that's what this foundation has done. It was honestly pretty gross at the start. I'm not gonna lie, it just wasn't going nice on my skin. I'm pretty sure you guys could see that as well. But now that I've been wearing it for a little bit, I went out really quickly and then I just came back in, and it looks a lot nicer. What I used to set my face was the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I don't know if this helped or not. And then also Maybelline Fit Me, drugstore, high-end, I don't know. But honestly, I feel that this has been so much nicer since I've been wearing it for a while. I'll give you guys a quick close-up. If you guys can see, don't mind my hair there, it's just not cooperating. But it looks so much nicer on my face now. When before it just wasn't really blending in. Even, it's still like a little bit over here and like on my nose a little bit, but that's with any foundation really. So honestly, it's looking so much nicer now, and I'm actually really happy with the foundation now. For a wear test, I'm not sure how long this foundation will last, but so far it doesn't feel really heavy. It feels like my skin. It has creased a little bit here, but honestly, that's with every foundation because my smile line on my left side is like absolutely ridiculous. But so far it's looking really nice. I'm pretty happy with it. It has matched my skin pretty much perfectly now since I added my powder and everything, because it was really white before, but for me that's pretty much just how it is, you know. So would I recommend this foundation? Price wise, no, I wouldn't recommend this foundation. If you were looking for a new foundation that was relatively cheap, this would not be something for you, because it is $70 after all. It is quite a lot of money, and I know a lot of people aren't willing to actually put in a lot of money for their makeup, which is totally understandable. You can find drugstore products that do exactly the same thing. Would I recommend this for the actual formula? I would have to say dry skin, it would be a little tricky for you, because I have quite dry skin. It's combination skin, so it's like oily a little bit here, but it's mostly dry. And for people that have like dry patches on their skin where if the foundation clings, I feel that this could be a bit of a worry for you. I'm not sure if it would work for extremely dry skin unless you wear a really hydrating primer and you know, set it with something that leaves it dewy. That would be good for you. But dry skin, it's a bit iffy. If you had more oilier skin, like an oilier T-zone or just oilier in general, I feel that this would be so nice for you. I feel like the natural oils would mix in with the foundation and it would sit on your face really nicely. I don't have oily skin obviously, but that's just from my impression of this foundation what I think it would be good for. Shade wise, they are quite good, but on the paler side it is a bit difficult, which I'm pretty sure people that have a darker skin tone would have the same problem, because for the shade Blanc, it is the whitest shade and I am obviously quite pale, as you can obviously see. And I went and when I was testing the actual foundation, I always test the three lightest shades to see how light it is. And the first shade was incredibly white. The second one was 4 shades darker, and then so on. So for incredibly pale people, it's gonna be a bit hard to find a color that is yours in this range. But overall, I am quite happy with the foundation so far. It has been sitting on my face for a little bit now after I've set it and done everything, and I am quite happy with how it is looking now. So I would give this foundation a thumbs up so far. That's pretty much all I have to say for this video. So if you guys enjoyed, like, comment and subscribe. Bye girlies!